If you've ever ended a relationship and thought, I keep dating the same person in different bodies, this video is for you. Not because you have bad luck, not because all the good ones are taken, because there's a specific psychological mechanism that explains exactly why this happens. And once you see it, you can't unsee it. I'm going to walk you through the framework today. It's based on the work of Alfred Adler and overlaps with modern attachment research. By the end of this video, you'll understand why the people who feel like chemistry are usually the worst possible match for you, why the right person initially feels boring, and what to actually do about it. Most people, when they keep choosing the wrong partners, blame one of three things. They blame their type, they blame their environment, or they blame themselves for being broken. All three explanations miss what's actually happening. Your type isn't random, your environment is shaped by your unconscious choices, and you're not broken, you're loyal. You're loyal to a pattern your nervous system learned before you were old enough to remember learning it. Here's the pattern. Somewhere between the ages of 3 and 7, you developed a working theory of love. Not consciously, not as words, as a feeling, a frequency, a specific sensation that your nervous system labeled, "This is what love feels like." If you grew up with steady, attuned, predictable parents, that frequency feels like calm, warm presence, the absence of anxiety. As an adult, you'll be drawn to relationships that feel like that, and you'll find them because they exist in roughly the same proportion as you encountered them growing up. If you grew up with anything other than that, withholding, anxious, intermittently warm, conditional, that frequency feels like activation, pursuit, the chase, the high of finally being chosen. That's the love you learned, and as an adult, that's the only frequency that registers as romantic. Adler called this the lifestyle pattern. He believed that every adult is operating from a set of unconscious convictions formed in early childhood about what relationships are, what love looks like, and what their role in love is supposed to be. Here are the 3 most common lifestyle patterns I see in people who keep choosing wrong. Pattern 1. I have to earn love. The person learned that love was conditional on performance, achievement, or compliance. As an adult, they're drawn to partners who withhold approval, because withheld approval feels like love that has to be worked for. Steady, unconditional warmth feels suspicious, like a trick, or worse, like boredom. Pattern 2. I have to fix love. The person grew up with a parent who needed something from them. Emotional regulation, caretaking, performing okayness. As an adult, they're drawn to partners who are visibly broken in some way. The relationship feels meaningful because they have a job in it. A healthy partner who doesn't need to be fixed feels purposeless. Pattern 3. I have to manage love. The person learned love was unstable, mood-dependent, dangerous to count on. As an adult, they're drawn to partners with whom they can control the dynamic, sometimes by being distant, sometimes by being indispensable, sometimes by choosing partners who are clearly less invested. Anything to avoid the vulnerability of mutual, unmanaged love. Notice what all 3 have in common. The pattern isn't about finding the right person. It's about reproducing a familiar emotional environment. The nervous system would rather feel familiar pain than unfamiliar peace. So what do you do with this? Here's the honest answer. You can't think your way out of it. You can't read enough books. You can't analyze your way into being attracted to healthy people. What you can do is 2 things, and I'm going to give them to you in order of importance. First, the next time you meet someone and feel that immediate spark, that pull, that rightness, that this is different feeling, pause. Ask yourself one question. Does this person actually meet my needs, or does this person feel familiar? If it's familiar, that's not chemistry. That's pattern recognition, and the pattern is the problem. Second, practice tolerating calm. The right person in the early stages will feel a little flat. Not boring, present. Not exciting, steady. If you've been running on the high-low roller coaster of anxious love your whole life, calm will feel like emptiness. Sit with it. Don't run. The flatness isn't a lack of connection. It's the absence of activation. It's what love is supposed to feel like when nobody is performing. Adler was clear about this. The goal isn't to find a partner who fits your old pattern. The goal is to develop a new pattern, and new patterns feel wrong before they feel right. That's not a sign you're with the wrong person. That's a sign you're finally finally with the right one, and your nervous system hasn't caught up yet. If this resonated, I have a workbook linked in bio that walks through the lifestyle pattern assessment in more detail. You can identify your specific pattern and start the work of rewriting it. Otherwise, the next video in this series breaks down the 4 roles people get assigned in their families and how those roles show up in adult relationships. I'll see you there.